for the nod. Oh, well, that was quick this time. Hell yeah. Hello, my friends. Happy Thursday. Happy pre-game. Is this officially a pre-game show?
I think so.
Are we
pre-gaming
it?
We're
pre-gaming Critical Role? No, pre-gaming D&D, man, not alcohol. I think that part's a given.
I've got
I'm tailgating right now.
Yeah,
we're tailgating.
Yeah, we're tailgating for Critical Role. Whatever. Hello. It's me, North Shore DM, Real CMG, Chad, whatever the other character names that I go by. Welcome to the Superior Adventurers Guild Thursday night show, Midwinter Keening. Let's get into it and meet my motherfucking friends.
What's up? I don't know. The energy.
That was good.
Got to bring
Michael
it.
Failed on it though, but
he's thinking about something again.
Yeah.
Michael, I hope that you'll be a little bit more lively this week than you were last week, sir.
Yeah, last week you were a little stone cold.
Got to step up your game.
He's giving us the cold stare all session.
He's gonna just stay like that.
He's still.
That's
is.
fine. I want that sword. If he's gonna do that, I'm taking that sword. Michael, are you okay? Seriously, I'm getting worried now. Oh God, that was a welfare
exactly
check moment.
What it was like last week, except for a little less
cackling,
lemon, a little less lemon.
Mm.
Last week was a very lemon face.
That tracks.
Kind of like that. Kind of like that.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole game.
Yeah. Yeah. Screen cap.
Consternation.
Yeah.
Oh God, you had a screen cap. Good Lord.
Yeah.
I have to go back now and watch last week, which I should have done, and I apologize for.
How dare you?
And now we expect who's ever running a game on this channel to do that for anybody who's not around.
Oh God. Oh man.
Ouch. Oh, believe me, I have screen captures of all of you. I'm just waiting to roll them out.
You have like
actually sometimes
you have like a year and a half's worth.
I do. And sometimes when we're playing, I'll just put it up over you so that nobody can even see it. They just see the screen capture. It's hilarious. People love it. No, I haven't done that yet.
Do you think they love the shenanigans?
Yeah, the hijinks. People are into the hijinks.
That's why nobody will ever hire us as a producer of their show, because I'll do it.
We're
all
20
the
minutes
time.
late.
I'll do it all the time. Hey, we're late. Thanks for hanging out. If you're here, I can't tell. I'm not logged in.
I think we're here.
But,
people are chatting.
I see
you know
Pete
what?
Ludenberger. I see Time Lord's wife. I see Silver Red Fox Gaming.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Eversalt's here.
Eversalt's
hey guys.
Oh shit.
You know what? I like
hot in
all
here.
of you, but oh God, I gotta turn the volume down when I switch to Twitch. Hey, let's introduce yourselves again, so that everyone will know who you are.
Oh, us? I thought you were talking to the chat. Hi, I'm Pete
hello,
Ludenberger.
Chat. Introduce yourself.
Introduce
jump onto
yourself.
the call. Just jump onto the call, everyone in chat.
We should do that sometime.
What if we introduce ourselves as a member of chat?
Do it. I like it. All right, you start.
Me? Hello, my name is Pete Ludenberger. You might recognize me from such films as Big Cheese, No Patty. That's all I got.
What the heck? All right, let's do the real thing.
Pete Ludenberger.
Let's do the real thing.
His name was Pete Ludenberger. Okay, who's going first? I'll go first. Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Andy. I am playing Stieg Egilson, a 4th level. I keep forgetting to update that. 4th level Runewalker wizard. There are no regular wizards in Svilland, only Runewalkers. So I am one of them. And yeah.
Are you the best of them?
Mm-hmm.
What about Saymond? Is he a Runewalker?
He's a little better, I guess.
What would he say about that?
I mean, he would
nothing.
probably
He's drunk.
disagree.
He stinks.
But he's not here right now, so I'm the best Runewalker in this part of the
You're the
woods.
best one we got. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Hey, everybody. I'm Ashley, and I play Astrid Boulderstutter, and I am a 4th level Gothi of Balder, which is a cleric. And I'm excited to get out of the woods tonight. So I think we left us lost in the
That's
woods.
a big assumption. That's a really big assumption. Oh boy. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave. I'm playing Vidar Gormson. Is that? Yes, that's who I'm playing.
What's your name again?
My name is Pete Lutenberger. No. I'm playing Vidar. I am a ranger, archetype Scotty, which is a specific ranger type in this game of Svilland. And I am, I guess, built for operating in the cold weather climates. And also, apparently, getting my party lost in the Rengorn Forest, which admittedly is a very dangerous place shrouded in mystery and chaos. So, cut me a little bit of slack. But, yeah, let's see. What can I tell you? That's about it. I'm excited to get back into it. I think we will be in the forest for a while. I'm going to put my money on that. But we'll see.
Sounds fair.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, I am Time Lord's wife. I run an amazing game of Curse of Strahd on a different channel, I believe on Sundays. And
You're really good at voices.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, that's not true. I have heard amazing things about Time Lord's wife's game, though. I haven't watched it yet, which is why I don't have a good impression. My name is actually Michael. I'm actually playing Gunder, an Ala of Thor, which is a paladin of Thor. I was not here last week, and I failed to watch the video like I should have. So I'm looking forward to picking things up via context clues. And just looking at the VTT that's happening, I'm already full of emotions, some of which are concern, alarm, confusion, and perhaps some rage. We'll see what happens.
Because you're looking at the dead tentacles?
There are tentacles, and that's all I need to know to experience all those feelings.
It's worse than that.
Yeah, there weren't actually tentacles, but that's the token that I had. But we'll get into that in the recap, which I'm about to do later after we talk about our
Oh, yeah, we have announcements.
announcements.
Where is our producer when we need them?
You know,
Drinking.
I think so.
we have outlines.
We do. I have one right here, actually. The producer
write
just handed
stuff
it to
up.
me.
I write stuff up. People write stuff up for me. You know what I can't do? Fucking read. Hey, let's get into some announcements. Dave,
Yes.
I know that you are super excited.
I am,
share
and
some
I'll tell you
very
why.
Amazing announcements.
I am going to be
Organic
running a
Thrawn.
game this Saturday. It is called The Fractured Darkness, and it is a fundraising stream in collaboration with our friends at the Games Tavern. We're going to be raising money for Operation Supply Drop, and we're doing a great job so far. We're almost halfway to our goal. We're trying to raise across our game and a couple other games. We're trying to raise $2,000 that's going to go towards Operation Supply Drop, and they are an organization that help out military families, veterans, and they're awesome. So I'm going to drop a little information in here, but Ashley and Andy are playing, as well as Eversalt, and Rob, who I don't know yet, but Rob's playing. So thanks, Rob. One of the cool things real quick about this is that if you make a donation through the link that I just dropped in the chat, you can actually buff the players with healing potions, magic items. You can even gift them levels, which is crazy, but cool. You can also, if you want to, I'm just saying, if you have, extra money laying around, you can buff the DM, and I can drop a monster into a random location on the map. So monster drops are cool. Andy, stop it. Stop it
I
now.
so hope that happens.
I do
I've
too.
seen the map. I've seen all of it. I've seen behind the screen. And oh boy.
I don't want to give too much away,
Oh,
but it's
boy.
kind of like Dungeon Delve meets Cabin in the Woods.
Imagine
Man.
imagine a shotgun, and each shell in the shotgun had a different monster in it.
Oh,
And Dave was just playing Russian roulette with monsters.
Yep.
Clack, bow.
Yep. Oh, you bet your bottom dollar, Pete. You bet. Check it out. Do I have any other announcements? Oh, yeah. Hello. We have a campaign sponsor, guys. It's Dream Realm Storytellers. And we're playing in their world. We're playing in Svilland. And tonight we are going to be giving away a copy of their campaign core setting book, which I just put up on the screen there for people to see. Fantastic book. I always rave about what I think is one of the best parts of this thing. I mean, there's so much lore. There's awesome magic items. It's a very Norse inspired. Of course, you know that. But the monsters, you guys, and the artwork for the monsters. I mean, we fought a bunch of hell spawn. Like we fought this guy, the hell tormentor. Look at that. Anyways, you could win this. You could win this PDF. We could just look at this PDF for an hour or two, but there it is. All you have to do is type !drawing into the chat and you'll be entered to win. So Andy's going to show you how to do it. We're really excited and honored to have Dream Realm Storyteller as our sponsor. So thanks to you folks. Back to you, Chad.
Hell yeah. Hey, Andy.
Yes.
I know that you are super professional and really locked into the industry of getting people to look good. I don't look very good, but perhaps you have some tips for me to look good.
Yeah, help your brother out.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't want to say anything, but boy, have we got the perfect solution for you. It is the Superior Adventurers Guild on TeePublic.
Yeah,
yeah, that's the name of the site.
we're so good at
And
this.
we got t-shirts, sweatshirts, tank tops, hoodies. Come
Masks.
on, kids hoodies, kids t-shirts, masks, giant banners. If you want to put one up in your, actually, you could just wrap yourself in a giant banner like a toga, and you'd be set for the day.
Did you see that they're going to be releasing macrame?
Macrame.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
What?
Macrame hangings, wall hangings.
Let's do it.
With
Let's do it.
logos?
Yeah.
What is happening in this world?
All
Yup.
of the best things.
You can.
So
you
Yes,
can
and
get
that's
actually-
a bit. That's a bit.
right now there is a sale too. So for the next 6 hours, you could get
Nice.
a discount.
Real quick, Pete. So when you go to the Operation Supply Drop, the link for that, there's a place to put a comment in. Like you'll pick your contribution level, and then you can put a comment in. So
There's several example comments already placed for you.
So I'm sure you could, knowing the dungeon master, so you'd be like, it's for so and so in Dave's game on the Superior Adventurers Guild. I want to give them this magic item. Maybe that would be a thing that you could do.
You can do
But I
that. Just put it in
imagine
the
that would be
comments.
Totally fine. Yeah, put it in the comment. You're good to go.
Absolutely.
I have an announcement tomorrow. Actually, today, my friends, was the start of both Gamehole Con and its virtual attached twin virtual Gamehole Con.
It's conjoined twin.
Conjoined twin. Thank you. Attached. Yeah, I was thinking about it like a garage. It's like an attached garage. That makes sense. Anyway, Gamehole Con and virtual Gamehole Con started today. Largest tabletop role-playing game convention in the Midwest,
Huge.
physically in Madison, Wisconsin. If you're going to Madison, Wisconsin to go to Gamehole Con, if you're already there, or if you are watching this in the future and have been there, awesome. Props to you, my friends. But I get it if the world is a scary place and you need to connect with the component of the convention in a virtual way, as indeed I am doing. Virtual Gamehole Con is something that we are attending tomorrow and Friday. Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday morning, I will be running 2 games, one each day. Wow, I can't talk anymore. And we'll be streaming them right here. I hope that it all works out. We're doing
It's gonna be great, Chad.
Assault on Europa 2. I know I'm really selling this. Assault on Europa 2, which is a game very much inspired by Alien and the movie Aliens, using the Xeno Dead Zone game from Runehammer Games. It's going to be super fun. I'm excited. All the assets are amazing, and I put them together in a way that will put a lot of aliens against a small number of space marines, and we'll see what happens.
It's gonna be dope.
It'll be a bloodbath. It's going to be super fun. I'm excited. And then on Saturday is Bear Cats to the Rescue, which is a game inspired by Red Dawn. That will is again a Runehammer thing. Bearcats is a system agnostic setting, and I'll be using the Index Card RPG Master Edition rule set to run the game. It's going to be a lot of fun. That game still has slots available, so if you're watching this in real time and you want to play with me right here on this channel, you can go pay $20 to sign up for Virtual Game Con, have access to a number of awesome games, to include that one where you can come and play with me and enjoy fighting aliens and taking back your planet.
How many
From the-
games could you conceivably play in over the course of the weekend at Gamehole Con? Is it 24 hours a day?
What a part of me will say yes.
That part
Technically,
should
I
be the
will
one we're talking to right now.
Technically, I will say no, right?
Oh, you pulled a
ultimately-
switcheroo on me. I got so excited.
Ultimately, in the convention, like official games end at a certain time, right? So you can only like sign up for games at a certain time. But I also know, having attended this convention and various other conventions, that, you know, hey, Dave, we're going to be at the same convention. You know what? I got a game that ends at 1 a.m. and then I got a game that starts at 6 a.m. So we need to fill that space in between.
Yeah,
let's
fit it in.
run a game. Yeah. So that kind of stuff happens, like physically.
I just got an
convention.
idea, guys. We
it
should do a
gets-
24-hour D&D game where each of us takes a turn throughout the 24 hours running, but it's a continuous story.
Yep.
What do
I'm
you
not
think?
saying I've done that before, but I actually haven't done that before, and I really want to now. And
All right,
we really
we're gonna
need to
do it.
that as a fundraiser.
They did.
Yep.
They did it over at. Oh shit. Never mind. But
Perfect.
it would be awesome. I'd
I
love
hear
it.
they're great.
Yeah, they are.
The Nevermind? Best.
It's Will's.
The
Great
old
album.
Shit, never mind.
Will's
Great
channel.
album.
Encounter Roleplay. Encounter Roleplay did a 24 hours a game.
Let's copy them.
And it was awesome, and they were annihilated by the end of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Virtual Game Con, it started. It's awesome. There's all kinds of cool stuff, games, seminars. Check it out. That's all I got. I'm excited. If for some reason, like, people don't show up or whatever, and we don't have enough people to run a game, I'm probably still going to stream. It's probably going to be me painting this giant snake figure
Ooh,
that looks like this,
nice.
or doing
Looks
something,
badass.
because for
Sock
whoever's going to be
puppets,
around,
whatever.
yeah, sock puppets. I don't know. Maybe that won't happen, but I would like to think that I'll do something. Well, hopefully it'll be playing those games that I signed up to play for. So yeah. Anyway, that's everything. That's all of the announcements. God, that was a lot. I can't wait until I don't have to make any more announcements that I will steadily make longer.
What time
I'll
is
get
it?
new announcements. Shut up.
About that time.
What are we
Wow.
doing again?
All right.
I think we
here,
should
let
take
me
it from
do-
the top, guys. Let's take the
let's do a
announcements
little-
from the top.
Let's do a little let's do a little
Oh yeah, that's a
recap.
better idea. That's a
Let's
better
do
idea.
a little recap. All right. As you know, the town of Mulgore was recently besieged by the forces of hell. Heroically fended off by our party members, who, of course, also, had to kill a possessed girl because that's what happens. Who's typing? I can totally hear you typing.
That was me.
Um,
Now I'm muting myself.
and the party has decided that they need to take the fight to their known adversary, Mavnos, the once still, I guess, technically outlawed cedar from the area, outlawed in the time of the previous or of the current Jarl's father or grandfather under a previous leadership. This man was outlawed instead of being perhaps killed or whatever, such as the weight of social power. He's back. Bad stuff is happening. So the party's going to go track this guy down in the Fog Bearers village, where they have information that is where he is heading, perhaps to use some kind of gate or a key to other worlds, perhaps. Is about all of the detailed information that they have so far, none of which sounds good by anybody's measure. They, of course, were able to secure some items of power to assist them in their quest of a flaming sword from hell that they have recovered from the body of a possessed hell girl, a girl who is possessed perhaps by at least a portion of the goddess hell, a magical cowl of a wolf that will ward off blows, a yew bow with perhaps feathers of Munin itself,
Pew, pew, pew.
that allows its wielder to do ×4 damage.
You
lot.
betcha.
A lot of damage. A runestone that, when combined with a weapon or item, will add a bonus of a variety of sorts, and a rainbow wand that allows the wielder to fly about and do some shit. Yeah, I can fly. The party, of course, gathered some information from various contacts. Bror, who is an old ranger in Gorm's Rangers, was like, "Oh yeah, that place is bad. It's not good to go there. It's real bad. However, I know somebody who might go there." And then in hushed tones, he said, "Gurney, the Longstrider."
Like
She
Gurney
probably-
Halleck?
She probably, yep. Gurney Halleck. She probably knows. That's right. Gurney's a girl in this movie. She probably knows. She knows some stuff about getting into Fogbearer Village, but don't tell Gorm, because they used to have a thing going on.
Bow, chicka, bow, now.
She, of course, now lives in within the forest Rengorn, which is a haunted forest to the east, the opposite direction from the direction that they desire to ultimately go. But that is where they must go if they wish to elicit Gurney's aid. Special markers are they can use to find the way. So, of course, they set off where they were promptly, after some time, beset by some evil carnivorous, perhaps, angry at any rate, vines with thorns and flowers upon them. On the VGT, it was tentacles, because I had tentacle tokens. I didn't have vine tokens. They were beset. It was a brutal battle. There was a lot of grappling and poking.
Non-consensual grappling, by the way.
Non-consensual. It was non-consensual. Nobody said, "Hey, Vine, it's cool."
Stop it.
No, in fact, it was, "No, don't do that." Yeah, that's where the party is right now. They have just finished battling this horde of dark vines that have accosted them. You kind of in the final breaths of that fight, taking in, assessing the situation. Vidar has kind of looked about. There is a low sort of fog or mist, perhaps, across the top of the snow. And these trees, in fact, are alien to you. Do not look to be the same trees that you were in before. And as was revealed at the very end of last session, you are, my friends, lost. What do you do?
This doesn't look right.
What do you mean?
Was that tree there before?
That sucked. Where's Gunder?
I'm literally standing right behind you.
Ah!
I thought you were paralyzed or something. Did the vines
have you
get
been?
you?
Oh, I was fighting off the strange, totally not tentacle things.
Oh, you were?
The vines? Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes, they attacked everyone. I was here for that. Were you not?
Anyways.
Yes, I'm very injured.
Yeah, you have
think I have-
large puncture wounds.
I
Both
think I'm
you and
bleeding
Astrid
still.
have large puncture wounds in you. Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. And
I
Gunder walks over and
Wait,
put a hand
I
on
can-
each of their shoulders.
I have a potion I could drink if you are taxed.
You might need that later, and just Vitter gets to 10 hit points and Astrid gets 10 hit points.
Oh,
Oh,
As you get the tingly power of Thor.
yeah.
I could do a prayer of healing.
Prayers are good at times like these.
Perhaps we should pray anyway, because I am reasonably certain these woods are ensorcelled.
I'm okay. I'm not hurt.
Okay.
So it's up to you guys if you need it.
I don't know if we should rest too long here.
This seems like a bad place to rest.
Yes. Chad, was there a murder of crows that was perched in a tree nearby and took off at the end of the battle, if I remember correctly?
Oh man, that sounds rad. Yep. Yep. That sounds.
I'm
yep.
gonna go over to the tree that they were perched in. I'm gonna kind of like stumble over to it and just search about the tree, cast about to use the
Okay.
parlance of our DM and see if I can find anything that might be a clue to where we are.
Sure. Yeah. Make a roll. I guess I would take survival or perhaps investigation.
Okay.
Once he does that, I have a thing.
I will go with
And my friends,
Survival.
viewers, if at any point in time you desire to assist my weary adventurers in their roles, you can cheer bits to give them things like rerolls or advantage.
that's true.
And they appreciate that. You can also give them to me if you like.
He's
For
already got like
reasons.
10.
I
Yeah, he
have
has a
7.
bunch.
I have 7 left. I have 7 left. Thank you, Fantasy Animal Vegan. I have 7 advantage and 4 luck points left. And I'm gonna use every one of them.
I got a 22 on the survival check.
Wow. Yeah. There's a thing flying around in my room. Yeah, you look about you cast about, as I indeed I want to say, and yeah, these it, it yeah, strangely enough, this looks like to be a different place from where you were before. You look around, as you kind of look around, you can see where the snow has been disturbed from this fight, from these vines, from your movements, but the trail that you would expect to have been there, where you say walked in to this specific area, is fresh, is clean, is unmarred snow. And you look to the trees, where these ravens were, and you see that sigil, that sign,
Mm.
the sort of knotted, hooped vines and
Mm.
twigs, and it leads you onward, according to what you've been told.
I've found another one of those markers. This is good.
Oh yes.
Good.
Well,
This is good fortune.
it is certainly the way we should go, yes. Although I begin to worry that Gurney may not be as amicable as we were led to believe. Also, I would like to first, I'm going to mention out of character that Pete frickin' Lutenberger may have given 3 more advantage to the DM to bring you up to nice even 10 for your birthday.
Hey, thanks,
Aw,
buddy.
Happy birthday.
2,
Thanks, buddy.
That's so
Uh,
great.
Gunder is going to use divine sense just to sense if there's anything supernaturally amiss in the sense of meaning of a presence of undead or fiends or fae,
Sure.
within 60 feet.
So within 60 feet, yeah. Is that an auto thing?
Yep, I do it. I'm an Allah. Boop.
Right. You don't have to roll a check or anything. You just auto
No.
sense.
I can just do it certain times, number of
Yeah.
times a day.
Give me a. Oh boy, I'm gonna use that. Give me a D20 roll.
I don't like the sound of that.
And then
It's
tell me-
only a 20,
it's
Oh,
a
that's
20.
it?
Nat
the
20.
natural 20. So I don't know.
What?
You let me know how that crit
Nice.
plays out, buddy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. You. Oh
Mhm.
man.
Now it's your turn to roll natural 20s.
Oh, I like this one.
Pew, pew.
Yeah. You get a kind of a strange reading. In some respects, you would, part of you from your experience using this ability, would say, "Oh fuck, we're surrounded." But another part of you says it's not like, it's like a diffuse reading, right? There is, it's a little, it's more of, you get a reading of death, of not necessarily of like fiends or celestials or any of that part, but like of you get a reading of undead, but not in a way that says there are undead here right now, but there is undead, there is death everywhere, there's some shit everywhere.
Gunder will just take in a deep breath. Kind of growls under his breath better than I can. I'm not going to do that into the microphone. Goes, "The dead walk in these woods," which is somehow worse than the vines and ropes. Be
We
warned,
must-
be wary.
We must then try to walk faster.
Yeah, we should get going.
Yes.
Let's move.
Yes. We'll start following as best we can the hoop
Yeah.
cairns.
Yeah. Let us do, in fact, let's have the group make some survival checks. And I am going to.
Ooh, Astrid.
I like this one better.
Wow, guys. Well, we did roll a lot of nat 20s last night.
You gotta use up the ones while you can.
But
That's
the
how it
woods have
works,
gotten
right?
creepier.
Yeah.
We're now in the creepier woods.
We went for, yeah, right. We really are. The challenge now is to remember what you rolled. I'm trying really hard.
26.
So
Hey,
Astrid got a
remember-
1.
Roll a 2.
It's
got
also
the
in your
BTT, like,
yeah,
dice tray.
it's in
so
your
you
dice
can
tray.
Pull out the dice tray and then
Yeah, on the right
I
hand
don't
side.
have one of those. I rolled a 23.
Okay.
Okay.
So Vidar got a 23. Astrid got a. You rolled a 1. Your total was.
I rolled a 1,
Yeah.
7.
Okay. Gunder.
That's still really good. I rolled
Mhm.
12 and that gave me a 15.
I survived in the woods as a 15-year-old girl.
Yeah. Steve.
I rolled a 2 for a 2.
2 for a 2.
Yeah.
God damn.
Taking us home, big guy. Taking us
Yeah.
home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you so you lot travel, make your way through the woods some more time, right? You find with Vidar and indeed everyone else's help as well, other than Steeg's and Astrid's. Find some more hoops, some more of these markers, and are able to maybe travel for maybe another hour and a half or 2 hours or so into the woods. There's a few times where you kind of spend some time backtracking and kind of refining your way again, but it's a lot of the same. It's trees and mostly unmarred snow. Earlier in your travels, you were able to find some game. You killed you got a rabbit before, and it's and there were birds and different things that you had seen. And the more you travel into this forest, the quieter it gets, right? Vidar, you're kind of taken by what you can see, because again, there's also kind of this low sort of fog that kind of blankets not this picture, but that kind of blankets the actual mindscape of this forest above the snow. But what you can see, it's super clean snow. There's you don't see any tracks, you don't hear birds,
No animal tracks even, huh?
no animal tracks. Yeah.
Okay.
It is super strange indeed. You're used to, you're never alone in the woods where where you mostly range. And as you travel, as this time kind of progresses, the forest kind of gets close. The trees kind of go from larger pieces, larger like red pines, and maybe some white pines, big, you can't fit 2 of your arms around them, spaced out. And then as you travel more, they're smaller, not unlike this picture here, smaller, but of course closer together even than that. So it's kind of hard in a lot of times to see, further than a few feet into the woods. You're kind of always kind of dipping around trees and whatnot. And you kind of come into a bit of another open space. You feel the lot of you kind of feel a breath of wind. This fog kind of lifts up a bit in swirls and whirls. You can see there's like the glitter effect of snow being kind of kicked up into the air. And you hear the creak of trees, and you distinctly smell something completely alien to what you've been experiencing. Some of you may know this smell indeed very well. It is the smell of wool, of sheep, of hay, the thing that sheep eat in the wintertime. And you hear kind of as you're like, well, that's fucking weird. You hear the bleating of sheep kind of echo through the forest, towards kind of coming, from out in front of you, kind of echoing down towards you. And you hear some indistinct voices, and you hear the creak of a door, and the chopping sounds of wood being chopped. What would you like to do?
It's a farm.
You guess I can smell it.
We could seek shelter, perhaps.
That would be wise, yes. Although, who lives out here?
Would we know?
Gurney
people that live out
does.
Could be Gurneys. Are there any tracks around this area now that we see there's a house? Would there be any?
Yeah. So if you haven't necessarily advanced, you hear these things, right? You don't necessarily see, and you smell, but you haven't seen anything yet. It's still kind of hard to see with the trees in this fog. But casting about, you don't see. Well, they're just up there. That there might be a track there.
I think I see something.
Perhaps another one.
Vidar will move forward slowly to check it out.
If I close my eyes, can I listen and tell where the sounds are coming from?
Okay. We'll deal with this in a sec. We've got a couple of different things. The other two of you, is there anything that you would like to slot into the tracker? That is my mind.
Gunder is immediately looking around, away from the sounds very specifically, as if, he's expecting another raptor to come out of the trees.
Okay.
I'm just hanging out, deferring to Vidar.
Okay. So Vidar, you move forward, and yeah, man, sure enough, you can see some animal tracks, cloven, probably sheep. You can see two sets of tracks, and then you see where perhaps a shepherd at any rate, has come and kind of lifted them and carried them from maybe this deeper snow that is kind of right here. And you can see, kind of following these tracks away from you, you can see that the wood kind of thins a bit, although it's still a little hazy. It's been a few hours of travel now, so maybe it's getting a little darker, so it's harder to see from a distance. But yeah, there's definitely a darker shape, perhaps of a house, of a homestead, up ahead of you.
Do I get
Astrid, oh, go ahead.
the sense that this is leading in the direction that the hoops were guiding us? Or do I get the sense that, that it's guiding us away from the path that the hoops were on?
Oh, sure. Give me a survival check. We can do that way. Let's do it.
That's going to be a 12.
Yeah, this is the same kind of direction you'd been traveling. Perhaps a little, slightly left than the last 3, but not by more than like a degree or 2 were you to have that sort of technology.
I'll kind of
But,
skulk
yeah,
back to the group
totally...
and relay that information to the group.
Astrid, you close your eyes and listen. Give me a perception roll while you do this. I'll even give you advantage since you're shutting down one perception.
Oh yeah, that works. So that is
Nice.
23.
Yeah, you kind of close your eyes and kind of stand still and breathe and listen, and you, of course, you hear Vidar advancing. You can hear Gundar as he's kind of lightly pacing, as he's kind of turning and watching y'all's back. You can hear Stieg as he breathes and kind of waits, and you hear the normal sounds of the woods, the trees and the wind, the snow as it compacts a little bit, and indeed you hear these farm sounds, these sheep sounds, and they're 100% coming from the direction that you thought that they were coming from in before.
Okay. Sweet. The forest is very tricky, and I just wanted to make sure.
Good idea.
Gundar, give me a perception roll. You're muted.
Still a big 5.
Big 5.
Big 5.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't notice anything, man. It's you're checking, you're even checking like the ground more than you normally would, since that's where those fucking vines came from the last time. And you're not detecting any of that stuff going on. Yeah, you seem to be, well, you would say that you were alone in the woods, except for that there is this farmstead up in front of you.
The hoops seem to guide us in this direction. This could be Gurney's. I don't know for sure, but...
Well, then let us go.
Yeah, let's just go.
So you move forward, you approach. So you walk forward, perhaps carefully.
Yes.
And every kind of step you get a little bit more, and you get this, you get to where you can, kind of where you were before, Vidar. You can see these tracks, you can see these kind of shapes looming out of the gloom, and you get to a point where the gloom kind of breaks. You can see like the edge of some fencing, and you can see the distinct outlines of buildings and indeed of people there, perhaps working this farm. Stieg, please, if you would, tell us what your family farm looks like.
Well, there's lots of sheep. There's like a barn, some hay, wood piles, stuff like that. It looks like this looks like a farm.
Yeah. Who would have the chore of chopping wood at your farm?
Usually my brother.
What does he look like?
Or I chopped a lot of wood too.
What does your brother look like?
Don't really have that prepared, but he is.
Let's go.
Improv, baby.
Let me just see if I got something like that.
Describe yourself and then like change a few things.
Like me, but with a longer face.
Oh boy. Okay.
And 6
Taller.
eyes.
Do, 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 do.
He looks like me, but he's taller. He's got I don't know. He's got a beard. He's got long hair. He sometimes wears a cloak with a fur around the neck.
Is this the one that lost part of his hand?
Yeah. That would be him. I think he lost wasn't it a part of his
A
pinky?
digit?
Yeah. He hurt his pinky in the fight.
Yeah, you get to the point where you can see this farm kind of materialize out of the fog, and this is your farm, dude. That's your brother.
What?
That's your brother chopping wood. You can see smoke is rising. You can smell the cottage pie, perhaps, that your mother is known to have made.
Wouldn't I know there was a family farm out this way?
Yeah, this is your family farm. It's right here. This is where you are. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Is
Steve.
Stieg noticeably confused, and like, would we notice anything?
We'll find out with his wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Right, here we go. Jesus.
Yeah, man, this is your family farm. This is
4.
exactly where it's supposed to
Yeah.
be. That's your brother.
This is my farm. This is my family's farm. Let's go inside.
No, this is not good. We must.
What do you mean?
This is not your family farm, Stieg.
That's
Your family lives in the Rengorn?
We should pull
The
away
woods
from this place.
Are ensorcelled.
Yes.
As you are kind of having this conversation, you hear kind of carried across the yard. Stieg! Ah, Stieg, is that you? Ah, you've come for dinner. Ah, fantastic. Mom's got the cottage pie on. Here, come give me a hand with this wood. We're almost done.
Come on, they made dinner. They have dinner for us.
This is not your family, Stieg. I'm gonna
Did
try to
we
grab Stieg
hear
and pull
that?
him
What
back.
are you talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah,
He's right
you guys heard that? You see the figure. My wife is telling me I'm yelling. You see the figure.
Do it louder.
You see the figure of who is chopping wood kind of has stopped and has yelled and is motioning you over.
And does the figure look like Stieg? Like, does it like, yeah, that's totally his brother, like kind of thing, or like, oh, that doesn't-
Give me a perception roll. There's some distance.
Didn't somebody come with me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just throw it out there to
Yep.
my house.
that's another 23.
Somebody did come to your house with you. I think it was Vidar. Even from this distance, like, it's a very similar kind of profile to Stieg. Like, this easily could be his brother.
Vidar's not buying it.
Vidar, is there another way here, or is the only way through?
No, we should go back to the last hoop and reevaluate the path. This is not right. He's got his hand on Stieg, right? He's grabbing the back of his
So
cloak.
it is.
Do you
And
smell the food though? The food smells amazing.
Gunder's hand lands on the
Yeah,
other shoulder.
It smells
Oh,
super
God.
good.
I'm so hungry right now.
Steve,
Yeah.
we are going to go back for a minute to make sure we are on the right path, and then we will
Okay,
come back for the
okay.
pie.
Okay.
Do
I
not
get it.
worry.
The Rengorn
But it's right
is
there.
the Rengorn will get inside your head. I've heard stories. It is not your house.
Okay.
Stieg,
Does
you
it
know
really
this to
matter
be
if
true.
there's free pie?
I mean,
It always matters that there's free pie.
Free pie is not... Nothing's
I have
free,
a
Astrid.
feeling it's not actually pie.
And you get what you pay for. We all know that.
And Gunder is going to
this
pointedly.
amazing example of a market economy in Svilland.
No, if it was a dream pastry, that'd be a different
Dream
story.
pastry, yeah. You turn so you turn to leave. Is that yeah. You
Mhm.
turn to leave and Stieg's father is kind of closing the gate to the barn or I'm sorry, to the pasture by the house that you are standing right next to. And he says, Stieg, you've brought your friends. It's nice to see you. You know, you've been away learning magic. That's great. We've prepared dinner for you.
it's my father, Egil. And Ragnar. You don't see them right there?
Everybody give me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm gonna use my advantage.
Oh, you have one? You lucky.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's a 23 total. Natural
Michael,
20.
Your face is so good.
So that's a 24 if you use made up fun math, but it's actually a 6.
I got a 15,
15.
with advantage.
And Vidar got a 20. Sorry, what was it again?
Natural 20.
I got a 23 total.
23, okay.
Yeah, sorry. I was just thinking of what my response was going to be.
Oh, did you make another roll for me, Stieg?
Oh no, I didn't.
Yep. Yeah, if you could make another one too, please.
Jesus. I've
Yeah.
rolled 2 2s and a 3 tonight.
This is working
out
great.
perfectly.
I love this VTT. All right. So that's a total.
It loves you
of 5.
too.
Does it?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh, so good.
Oh, it's so hungry. We should go eat.
Yeah. And Astrid, I'm sorry, what was yours again?
15.
15. Okay. Astrid and Vidar. This, as you can expect me to say, is starting to ring a bit hollow. The audio quality is not. You remember how it was kind of in that weird, in that space, kind of beneath the standing stones. The audio quality was almost like it was down a dark hall when they were in that other room. This is kind of like that when his father, Stieg, what's your father's name?
Eagle.
Egil. That makes sense. Your last name is Egilson. Fucking name.
No, I had to look it up. I was like, what was my dad's
Fucking
name
naming
again?
conventions, right?
I should know this.
And when Egil is speaking, and even the sound that the gate makes as he kind of closes it behind him, is indeed he has kind of come in from another part of the farm, is starting to ring in that kind of hollow hallway sound.
I'm going
If there was
to...
a way for it to be more real for Stieg and almost Gunder, I mean, that's where we're at. No, stop going up there, Cat. That's not for you. meow. And yeah, the smells of the pie, the smells of the sheep, of the hay, of the fresh cut wood, it is rich in your nostrils,
That
anchoring it in reality.
that makes it worse for Gunder because now it's freaking him out a little bit.
Astrid, go ahead.
Astrid, feeling everything's a little weird, she's going to cast guidance on Stieg and just go, "Are you really sure that's your father?"
What do you mean? Shut up.
Of course I'm his father.
What do you mean? It looks just like him. It's him.
Your friends
Are
are
you
talking nonsense, Stieg.
Sure.
It smells so good. Oh, God. I'm very hungry. We should go inside.
Do you have any other siblings?
No.
Okay, good. What's your mom's name?
No. We're gonna have to kill your whole family.
I didn't write that. Helga. Her name's
Helga. Yeah, absolutely. Helga. It's a great name. You can hear chopping and stirring and cooking happening from the house.
Smells good. We should go inside.
How long does guidance last? 1 minute.
It's a minute until the next roll.
Yep.
Okay.
Gunder is
It's a
just
D4, by the way.
all wide eyes and
I would-
twitchy.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I would think that maybe Vidar and Stieg during their time together would know a piece of information that maybe only Stieg's real parents would know. And I don't know what that is, Stieg. Perhaps you can tell me what that is. But Vidar would ask that question of Stieg's father to see if he would reveal that he really is Stieg's father by knowing the answer to this piece of information.
Ask about his sister.
You could ask him like how long ago because Vidar came with Stieg when he went to go check on his family, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Vidar will look to Stieg's father and say, I've never been to your farm before. Would you be willing to give me a tour of this place? It's quite nice.
Stieg, make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Guidance.
You got guidance.
Okay. Come on, VTT. Let's do this.
Hi, Phoenix.
Yes. Plus
There we go.
plus a D4.
D4.
16.
16. He says, give me a second. Give me a second. He says, but of course, you've been here. You were here, but what? A few days ago. I mean, I don't think that we went around the barn, but if you really want to see the inside of the barn, we're drying out some wool, you know? Are you interested in that? Stieg.
No, I'm not really interested in that. I don't know what's going on here.
It's a trick.
All right, we need to have a group meeting. So everyone just, just one moment, sir. And I kind of
Huddle up.
try to pull everybody away.
Huddle up.
Yeah.
Something is weird.
He says, no worries. Take your time. Helga will have food on in a minute, I'm sure. And he steps inside.
We need to leave.
Did I succeed my save? Or do...
That was a different sort of save roll.
Okay.
Yes,
I
this
don't
is
know,
not
I mean,
right.
What's not right? I don't understand.
Does your family live in the
confusing.
haunted forest?
Haunted forest?
Yeah, it's weird, Stieg. When in this case Gunder brings up like, oh, does your family live here? Like a part of you is 100% sure that where you are now is where your family lives, and the juxtaposition of that and that forest, which is perhaps difficult to perceive from your vantage point here, is, especially for you, Stieg, it's almost slippery in the mind.
It's very strange. It's my house. That's our farm. I know it so well.
Stieg,
Well-
didn't you stop by your family's place after the attack on the town? And you returned within a day. We're farther away than that. How could we travel that distance?
I don't know. It's very
Well-
confusing.
More importantly, didn't you leave this place to go study with Saemond?
Yeah, but I mean, aren't you guys cold and hungry? Like this we could go rest inside and eat some food.
I do not think that is wise. This is not your family's house. This is not your house anymore. Even if it was, right?
Aren't they going to make you study sheep and give up blowing things up?
Yes, I mean that's what they want me to do. They want me to be a farmer.
So
That's-
if you
Stieg-
go,
I don't want to be a farmer.
Steve, give me a wisdom saving throw with advantage, please.
all it takes is a mention of explosives to rouse the boy.
God damn it! God damn it!
Holy shit! Holy! Oh my god!
We're never leaving. We're never leaving. We're
yeah.
stuck here.
Well, we might
This
as well
was,
eat something then.
Yeah, welcome to Barovia, ladies and gentlemen. Just kidding. That would be a massacre and
Okay.
not in favor of Strahd. Characters from Svilland would murder everybody.
3 2s and 2 3s.
Yeah, that's your new favorite number.
Yeah.
I cast guidance on myself, and I'm going to try to persuade Stieg that we need to go back to the symbol.
I am
and-
obviously helping to
I'll,
hopefully grant advantage.
you know what? I'll allow it. Fuck it.
The dice are gonna screw us. We'll resort to the rules. Damn it!
Natural 20. We'll just add
Uh,
D4 to that.
It works for
Yeah.
you. It doesn't work for me.
so what's your total there, Astrid?
That would be okay. That would be. I'm on the wrong page. For persuasion. Okay, so that'd be 26 with a natural 20.
Yeah. Stieg, you're like waist deep in snow. You're cold and shivering. Your friends are kind of gathered around you. Here in the Rengorn, in the woods, you have the faintest waft of your mom's cottage pie, and it's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, it's almost it's like a hidden cut in a movie, you know, where like somebody moves or the camera pans and something is different than what it was before. It's almost an unperceivable change. But you lot are in a snowbank in the woods, right where you've always been.
Oh, that was strange.
Why are we in the snow? It's freezing.
It's
I'm
Svilland.
really cold.
Because oh,
Is there
you
a?
would,
Was
Go ahead.
was
Yeah.
because you would seek to pull you in further into them.
We must follow the hoops, the markings. I'm gonna look about for the marking if I can find it.
Okay. Yeah, give me a roll, Vidar. Survival. Yeah.
26.
26. Yeah, you find one, but a few feet distant, facing in that direction. You know, the green on one side, the not green moss on the other side, and marking the way forward.
Come, we must go. And Vidar will sort of put his arm around Stieg's back and just not like rough, but just like urge him forward, walking away from that. Just put it out of your mind, Stieg.
okay.
We must keep moving. Night will be upon us soon.
Yeah, you journey and travel on for perhaps a few more hours, perhaps maybe only like an hour and a half, as it becomes dark and travel becomes difficult. As you're kind of moving through the woods, Stieg, you being at your farm, being welcome, being desired there was nice. Like, it felt good, right? But as you move forward, you with these folk, you feel indeed a different pull of fate, perhaps of destiny, and perhaps some of that which you held onto or held you back in life is a little lighter. Perhaps. I don't want to force some shit upon you, but perhaps.
It's very strange.
Come on, cat.
Come on, Stieg, we can blow stuff up now. It always cheers you up.
That sounds amazing. I'm gonna start making prestidigitation fires in my hand.
Fucking sheep, look what I can do.
Warming my hand up.
I start changing the color of my eyes and hair.
Yeah. I like it.
I'm a redhead.
Just looks
Brown
over to
eyes.
Vidar and shrugs.
Must keep moving.
Yeah, I never thought of that. That fucking prestidigitation is like instant hand warmer.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Great spell.
Yeah, it's getting dark. Travel is becoming difficult. You detect you are neither closer nor further from your destination.
We should make camp here. It's not safe to travel at night. It's not safe to travel during the day, but certainly not
It's
at
not
night.
safe. Yes, but yes, but we have few other choices of where to stop. So
Okay.
I will begin to gather some wood. If you want to clear out a space here in the snow for us,
I will do that.
very well. And Vidar will move off with Iceland and start gathering wood for a fire.
I'm just gonna kind of dig out some space and then set up a tent.
Nice.
I'm gonna see if we have any rations and things. So I'll dig through the pulp and see what we've got for supplies, bedding and such.
Pounds and pounds of hard candy.
Yep. It's Werther's. It's a
Werther's.
sack of Werther's.
I'm okay with this.
I'll be helping with the wood and the fire.
Okay. Yeah. You spend some time. You set up as cozy a camp as you can. You have a fire. You have plenty of rations and meats and preserved things from the townsfolk for your journey. And you sleep through the night.
We definitely keep watches.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
Perhaps in the order of right to left, if you could place yourself in a line on the VTT to designate right being the first watch to left being the last watch, which might be a strange way for me to do it, but it's the way that I immediately thought about doing it.
Stieg, are you saying you want to go first? Is that what is happening? I'm
No, I
so
think
confused.
I think it's right is first, right? So I was
Right
trying
is
to be
first,
last.
left is last.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh. It's fine.
Nice. Iceland's going first.
Well, Iceland will be up most of the evening, or she doesn't really need to sleep.
That's probably true.
Owls don't sleep. That's a bird fact.
When they're
That's a
familiars,
bird
it's
fact.
true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Fey creatures.
Hey.
Yeah.
Do they sleep? Are they made
If
of
they want
candy?
to. If they
I'm
want
not
to.
Yeah, if everyone would please give me we'll call it perception roll. That's my pencil. You can't eat it. No. Perception rolls for your watches.
17.
Amazing.
No.
Yeah, mine's
Uh,
like a 9.
Gunder with an 8.
Oof.
Steve,
Just
what did you
a
get? 7? Okay.
Wow.
At least it's not happening in combat.
That's
Not that
true.
that makes it
Lead
much
to it.
better.
That's
Is-
true.
You're gonna
Is it
jinx,
though?
jinx yourself, buddy.
I'll just stop talking.
Yeah, you you go to you stay up and do whatever it is that you do. You eat, maybe you talk for a little while. I'll give you space if anyone wants to have any moments before I continue on. I'll give you the ability to do so around the fire. You don't have
Thunder
to.
is just
I
more
just thought I
quiet
would.
than normal.
Before bed, Stieg is just going to take the time to cast alarm around the campsite.
Okay.
Okay. During my watch, I would like to whittle something as I do. And then I would also like to when I wake up Stieg, I'm gonna ask if he's okay.
Okay. We won't get there yet.
Okay.
We're still before the watches has started. I just wanted to give
Fair.
everybody a space to do anything they wanted to before watches started.
Okay.
Vidar comes back from gathering wood and kind of drops the bundle of wood down on the ground and sits down next to Gunder and takes a piece of wood and throws it on to the fire and looks over at his friend. This place seeks to corrupt our minds. I can see that now. Did you... I hate to pry, my friend, but you are quiet and I am concerned. Did you see something that was not there?
I saw the same thing everyone else did. It's not what we saw. I am steeling myself for what we will see.
Yes.
If we are lucky, the forest is done with us. But I do not believe we are that lucky.
I agree with you. I think we need to be alert and aware that there is more to come the deeper we go.
Most importantly, we must stick together.
Yes.
One of us on our own may be taken in easily by illusions.
Vidar will look to the others. Can we make that promise right now to each other that we will stick together no matter what we see, no matter what we hear in this place, that we'll protect each other and make decisions as a group, as a family?
Yes, I agree.
Yes, absolutely. I will never purposefully leave without telling you.
Deeg, do you like your family?
I mean, I like them. I just don't want to be with them all the time.
So, I ask this because I'm trying to understand what the forest does. It strikes me, if I were trying to lure you, I would not use your family. I would think I would place before you great magical secrets, a runestone replete with ancient learning.
I mean, it would probably that would probably do the trick. I would
Gunder.
say,
Out of
but-
character, or a tomb to rob.
Gunder.
But
I don't know what you're. I don't know what you're.
That
talking
is
about
not
as
what-
I play with my ring.
that is not what we were shown. So I do not know what it is
That's
doing.
true. I mean, I think it just looked so inviting. That's what it was. It was so. As a runewalker, would I know anything about what I experienced in hindsight? And the feeling that I got from it?
Give me an Arcana roll. Where are you going? Why? I'll leave you alone for 2 seconds. You can't go on the desk. Nope.
It's a 13.
Yeah. Yeah, this, I mean, yeah, your study is more, has been, I feel like from playing with you, your study feels like it's more about the expression of power. Other than like some of the like the cooning lore that you have. This is different. Like that felt real, right? Like it still feels real-ish. Like a part of you even now is like, yeah, that was real. And then a part of you is like, was it though? So it's like it's hanging on. But yeah, it's something outside your ken for sure.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how it was. If it wasn't real, it felt very real, and it was very inviting.
It was not real.
Do I know anything more about like things that would twist the mind and trick you into reality based on my home temple and my order?
Give me I would allow you to make, I think, based on that, either a religion or an arcana check. One of the two.
Okay.
My favorite hockey player, Chris Arcana check.
Uh,
I thought you said Orcana check.
Arcana check, Chris Arcana check.
it's a different game.
Rage.
Okay, I'm just gonna. All right. I'm gonna do an Arcana check.
Okay.
But that's only 15.
15. Yeah,
'Cause I've watched people lose it before.
Yeah. I would say that you're not say quite sure what this could be, but you get the feeling that it's something, right? That there's perhaps something that is affecting you or trying to affect you.
Okay.
That it's, you've having seen people slip into madness, it oftentimes, especially at the beginning, seems very real.
Right. I think the forest is affecting us in a very bad way.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite cat.
You are not wrong. So, especially on watches, do not go anywhere. I say this as much as for myself as anyone else.
Well, I mean, if I have to relieve myself, I might have to go somewhere.
Yes.
Stay
Right
where
here?
you can see us. We'll
That's
all
right.
be sleeping.
Keep the cameras on.
Should I leave the mic hot?
Leave the mic on. I'm told that we should take a break.
Yes, please.
As I scroll up through the Discord chat. Yes. Let's take a break. We'll come back and we'll see what ills will befall the next person. Because if you know anything about D&D stories, that's probably what's going to happen.
I don't know anything about D&D stories.
But it's going to be
D&D?
fun, and we're going to experience it together in this our own way. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Remember, you can donate bits to players to the DM for advantages, for luck rolls, to help them out as I try to kill them with their hopes and fears and dreams and loved ones.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we'll be back. Bye. I gave it away. I don't care.
All right, we are back on screen.
We're back on screen.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
buddy.
Hello.
Peter Piper picked the peppers. Yep. That's
Peter
good diction.
Piper, Peter Per.
Yeah, like
Pecker
that.
picked a peck.
Is that what we're doing now? Oh,
Peter's who?
it's actually the Peter principal of the school.
Peter Luger.
It was named Peter Lutenberger.
Peter Lutenberger, principal.
He should have his own principal.
Pete? He does. His principal's name is Kepler. Kepler's a blue healer. It's a
Okay.
cattle. It's a
Yeah.
cattle dog. It's a cattle dog. He's the principal. Don't tell him that though, because he'll go crazy. Anyway, hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you have refreshed your bodies, refreshed the quantity of juice in your glasses, as I am drinking this wipe grape juice.
Happy juice.
Yummy.
Wow, I just said wipe grape juice.
Wow. That's what's happened.
Good times, good times. Wow. Yep. It's my birthday tomorrow. I'm excited. I got games to run. Welcome back. Please, for the love of God, stop me.
Let's
Okay,
play D&D.
All right. Anyways,
Yeah.
I can push this button right here that says stop streaming.
No, we're gonna keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, you've made camp. You have made a pact amongst yourselves, I think. Albeit you have not sealed it in blood, but it is a pact nonetheless, for whatever strength words carry. And yeah, you are giving yourselves to rest. Now, Gunder taking the first watch, your fellows going nappy time,
And Iceland helping.
and Iceland helping.
Iceland is with us. How can we fall?
We have not
So
fallen
far,
yet, have
so
we?
far. Yeah, owls can't hold up the weight of a man. Or a
That
steed.
means he can't
dare
lift it
you.
very high, though. So you know.
Yeah.
Don't talk about Iceland like that.
Gunder, please give me a perception roll as you enjoy your watch. I know you already made one, but make another one.
So good.
It's the same roll.
It literally is the same roll.
Big 8.
Wow, thank you, Norton, for removing 9,000 scanned files. You are enjoying your watch. Darkness, of course, sets in completely. You can barely make out the twinkling of stars in the canopy above, here and there. It's a pretty complete canopy here. There's a good kind of, you got with the fire, you get that kind of like shelf of frost, or of like iced over snow, where you have dug out a nice area for you to make your camp. The reflections of such things, of the firelight, it plays nicely. Are you describe for us where you take your watch? Do you take your watch within the ring of the fire, where it of course would be easy for you to lose night sight due to the fire itself?
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Okay.
He does not sit in the fire ring with the fire. That would be weird. He does, however, do his watching around the fire. where it's warm.
Okay. I didn't mean in the ring of the fire, but in the area.
You definitely wanted him to go down in a burning ring of fire, and I
Yep,
understand that.
I did.
But he's just outside of it.
Right in the. Yep. Okay. And you are enjoying your watch as much that you can enjoy it.
It's not as unpleasant as it could be.
Yeah. What sorts of things do your thoughts go to?
Stigma marshmallows.
Gunder, obviously, you had some feelings about things earlier. How does
Gunder is thinking about times he hasn't thought about in a long time, in a place far away from Mulgore. In that way that, every now and then we all just get stuck for a few hours thinking about stupid shit from our past that we can't let go. Gunder is deep in that cycle right now.
give me a wisdom saving throw, please? I fucking love you, man. I love you, man.
That's a big 4.
4.
Why?
Yeah, you
We should have tied ourselves together.
you are aloft, standing on the scaffolding in Broken Throne, I believe. The gathered throng of the populace who have come out for this execution. A sea of faces in front of you. I don't know, fucking law speakers, the town guardsmen, perhaps even somebody whose name I should probably know, who's ever in charge of Broken Throne. I think that's a capital.
Not anymore. It's the old
oh,
capital.
that's right. It's the old capital. The new capital starts with a K. It doesn't matter.
Which is why it's
doesn't matter.
fucked to death.
Yeah.
Hey, world building for those people watching.
Are there are a number of other people in the same position as you, standing here on the scaffolding on the gallows tree. You can hear almost in your bones, right, the creak of the rope and the plank as the slight breeze blows through the town square. You can see in front of you, amongst the crowd, the faces of those people that you know, right? Stieg, Vidar, Astrid, and there is a sadness upon their faces. Give me an insight check, please. Oh, jeez.
It's did I break the VTT?
Are we in roll 20? Are we playing in roll 20? There we go. 4.
A total of 6.
6. They, they are. Vidar has this very sour look. Stieg is getting caught up in the moment with the rest of the townsfolk here in the throne. Indeed, yelling, and yeah, death to the bandits. What sorts of things did you do that would have gotten you in this position?
Oh, just general banditry at this point. Although, given the time and place, that does involve occasionally killing people for their money.
I mean, so like robbing people, like highway robbery.
Yeah, highway robbery.
Okay.
Straight up living in the woods and then descending on people on the, being a, low level, thug for new adventures to murder. That level of banditry.
Mhm. Nice. Yeah, the law speaker is there reading out your the lot of you who are here arrayed, your crimes and the charges. Give me another wisdom saving throw, please.
11.
That's marginally better.
It's a step up.
Imagine like a dark cake for your birthday. Okay, that didn't work. Never mind. You are the folk who are here with you, next to you, are beginning to be put into their nooses, and I guess would they be like the rope on a horse type, or would it be
I assume
drop the drop out from under you?
I'm gonna assume drop out for visual sake.
Yeah, it's more dramatic. You hear the distinct kathunkness as one and then two doors are swung, and you hear the rope stretch, the strangled cry of so and so and so and so, who I'm sure you know very well. Maybe you don't like them. Maybe you do. Hard times made for hard friends, right? That's what you told yourselves, and look where it got you. You smell the smells that you expect to smell of open bowels and rotten fruit. You see there in the crowd, perhaps as the shroud is being pulled over you, a woman's face. Sad, worried, fuller perhaps than you remember. What do you do?
Steadying breath, closes his eyes. I've been dead for 10 years, you son of a bitch, Forrest. You're going to have to work harder than that. And he just, with every fiber of his being, disbelieves this moment.
Okay, give me a wisdom saving throw.
That's 15.
Better and better each time. It's what we call progress. That's good. The hood is pulled over you. You feel you smell the stink of the headsman or the gallowsman, I guess, as he tightens the knot about you, and you tense, waiting, and you hear the latch throw, and you hear the thunder crack. And you fall a bit into the fire, as you have perhaps fallen asleep here on your watch, and take 2 points of fire damage, as you kind of catch yourself on the with your hand, your hand kind of catching on a stone at the ring of the fire, and it is cold. It is dark. You can see a strange color to the sky, and looking up, you can see just the barest breath of the Bifrost as she plays across the night sky somewhere above the canopy of these trees.
So he just kind of first he gets himself, bats off a little bit of cinders that he got on his mitten, probably. Goes up and looks up, and the night air is filled with boisterous, deep laughter that may or may not wake everyone up. As he then just yells to the sky, "Still here, you son of a bitch!"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Some snow falls from above, but doesn't hit you.
That's good. That would have been hilarious. Is it time to wake up the next person?
It is, my friend.
I'm gonna just wake up Vitter. Yes, yes, it came at me in my dreams while I was awake.
What's going on out there?
I will sit with you,
Why is
Your
everyone
watch.
talking?
and then you will sit with Astrid, and then Astrid will sit with Stieg. We should not keep watch alone.
What happened?
Bad dreams.
Okay.
I guess. Just roll over, try to sleep. Knowing that things are probably coming for us.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, I
Okay.
get it. Yeah.
I'll do it later.
And there is definitely just a moment of flap on Vitter's arm.
I'm gonna give fucking Vidar a point of inspiration for that shit right there.
I fucking hate sheep.
They don't fucking like you either.
Good.
So, Gundar, you are taking watch with Vidar?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. Why don't the two of you give me perception rolls?
Sometimes I get into the double digits, but it's not often.
We're rolling great
I
tonight.
know,
What did
this
you
is
get?
So
Keep it
bad.
under
7.
10.
Just keep it under 10, everybody. Just keep it on. Yep.
So Vidar got an 8 and Gundar got a 10. 7. I mean, that's, yeah. Okay. Oh, boy.
Blind helping the blind.
Unless you think you can roll double digits on a perception check.
I'm not
So, yeah,
bad at that.
the two of you begin Vider's watch. Gunder, man, it has been a long day, right? You've been pulling that Polk a lot. They were fighting those tentacle monsters, and you were just pulling that Polk around a circle around the outside. You're tired. I gotta think of something, man. Consternated, yeah. You're muted again. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
Fair
was
enough,
intentional.
fair
I'm
enough.
trying not to interject.
But yeah, the two of you begin the watch. Vidar, how do you take watch? Like, what's your watch method? Okay. Okay. And Vidar, I'm sorry, Gunder, how are you helping, I guess I would say.
Just keeping watch by the fire.
Same as you were before. Okay. Let's do some wisdom saves from the both of you.
I got double digits. I got a 10.
Gunder. I guess we're gonna do a scene again with Gunder. I'm just kidding. We're not gonna do a scene with Gunder. You've already done one. Vidar, you're sitting, taking in your watch, and outside the fire, every now and then you are looking out over your comrades. You're checking what sightlines exist in a dense forest at night. And looking for enemies, both real and perhaps unreal, as some of the experiences that both that you have felt in the Stieg case and that others have felt, and you look upon your friends as they lay here upon this battlefield, defeated, smote, in twain, perhaps, their efforts having been not enough to defeat the enemies that you have faced. You yourself lie against this tree, a Draugr spear driven deep into your chest. The last gasps of breath are ragged. Your vision is indeed dark, and you see at the distance, at the edge of your vision, narrowing as it is, a figure, a familiar figure, perhaps, of an old woman. Please, if you would, describe what your grandmother looks like.
Well, Vidar would have not seen his grandmother since he was very young, because he was taken from his family as a young toddler, perhaps. He remembers her not in specifics of her appearance, but in sort of an emotional memory. That nurturing and love that she gave to him. And he does recall that she had in her hair braided a series of colorful rocks or beads or something almost akin to a rainbow, but not quite, a little bit more muted than that. But he remembers that feature of her most, and her curly gray hair. But just that, the love that he didn't get from any of the other, he doesn't, that's the only time he's ever felt that care in his life.
This figure you see is perhaps hard to discern. You see this distinct, the reflection on of these beads. You feel those things, those feelings kind of radiating, that love, that community radiating from her, as she stands seemingly on a precipice at a doorway here, strangely, on this forgotten battlefield where you have failed. You see that beside her now is another figure arrayed in fine clothing, beautiful as the dawn and terrible as the dusk. A large, almost larger than life, but not necessarily seeming to loom any larger than your grandmother, but in presence. A woman in armor with weapons, battle ready. And together they beckon you, rise, join us.
He'll struggle to stand given the weight of, did you say he was impaled on a spear?
Yeah.
Yep. So given the weight of the spear, he's not a big person, but he struggles perhaps against a tree, pushing himself up onto his feet, looking down, seeing this pole impaled in his chest or abdomen.
Mm-hmm. Give me a we'll just keep going with wisdom saving throws. I think that tracks on multiple levels here. Yeah,
That's going to be a total of 5.
I fucking love you guys so much right now. I love dice, baby, dice.
It's all in the wrist.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. So
That's
click,
true.
click, click.
I blame the VTT.
You pull yourself half pulling up on the shaft of the spear and half pushing against this tree to that you're impaled. And you slowly pull yourself up this shaft. The warmth, the goodness of these two figures kind of beckoning you forward.
I'll
And
stagger forward as best I can towards them.
Yeah, you pull, and there is like almost an audible pop, and a weight has been lifted from you as this shaft exits your back. And indeed, a weight is lifted from you as you turn to look at this shaft and see there your crumpled corpse against the tree. And you feel a cold wind blow across this field, and the smell of the grave of rotting things is ripe within your nostrils. And almost behind you, you hear a whisper of words, a breath. Come, join me. Your palace awaits. You see a hand of bone and sinew reach impossibly long out from behind you, robes of once gilded nature, now wasted and worn, stretch, and you can see there in the distance a road leading from you across a bridge. God damn it, Michael, what's the name of the river? Oh, that the bridge is over to Niflheim.
No, Fergalmere?
I don't remember.
I don't think.
Damn it!
I'm not.
But you, regardless, you see this river that is known to be
fabled
in
river.
Niflheim. Yes, the fabled river that's in Niflheim or whatever. And you see there the palace of the place where you know that you belong, wasted here in this battle in Helheim.
Gjol. The river.
Yo,
It's Gjol.
Yo, that's right, Yo. Give me another wisdom saving throw.
I think I'm gonna use my inspiration on this one.
I think that's a good bet.
It's gonna be a 17.
17. What thing? Perhaps I would give you some reins. What pulls you, my friend, from this path?
All right, so let me just clarify. There's a skeletal hand beckoning me across the River Yol. However, in front of me, looking the opposite direction, is what appears to be my grandmother and some other armor-clad individual.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Vidar looks to the bridge and shakes his head, looking down at his corpse. I am not ready for that. I cannot leave my friends. And he's going to take a few labored steps towards his grandmother, kind of almost like reaching out towards her.
That voice, like whispers from the grave, says, "But you already have. You have failed them. Here they lie. Join me here in my palace. It's where you belong."
He stops, staggering, and turns back and looks at his friends. If I have failed them, it is yet to happen. And I will do what I can to make sure that it doesn't. And he'll draw his bow, pulling the string back, knocking an arrow, pulling the string back, flipping a raven's feather onto the arrow, and loosing the arrow at the skeletal creature.
Give me a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
From hell's heart I stab at thee, literally.
10.
Oh!
Yeah.
Glorious, glorious. You call upon this gift that you have been given from the community, indeed, that has welcomed you, to which you have become a full member, and indeed, perhaps soon a high-ranking member as a Thane. Obviously, should your quest prove fruitful, and you draw your bow and call upon the memory of things to come and things that have happened. Give me an attack roll, please, with your bow.
It's just a regular bow except for the feather effect, right? It's not like a...
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
Aside from it, yeah, it counts as a magical weapon.
It's going to be a 9 total.
Turned out shooting hell was a bad idea.
Oh man.
This is perfect.
This is
I wouldn't
glorious.
ask
Which
for
one
anything
of us
else.
do you?
No, I
Wouldn't
know,
ask for-
right?
This is great.
Yeah.
The dice have spoken.
Fire one off right into a tent.
No, there are no critical fails.
We're not using
Only-
a critical failure table.
Only happy critical accidents.
That's right. That's right. You've now painted a set of trees with blood of Gunder.
I've got more.
Gunder, you are indeed lying mortally wounded upon a battlefield that you distinctly remember engaging the enemy upon, smiting. You can see a number of re-dead Draugr about you. Ancient axes and swords have, of course, over time bit deep into your flesh. But indeed, you have not yet perished. as you are strong like a bull. I don't know. Yeah. Hardy, but you are on your last breaths. You see, you see above you, Vidar has pulled himself from the spear that has transfixed him, and you can see a shadow of a person, skeletal amongst robes cloaked in the stuff of night. You see across the way, perhaps in the direction of your right foot, two other figures beckoning and calling to Vidar. He is drawing his bow at this skeletal cloaked figure. What would you do?
With what breath he has, Gundar would extend his hand towards his friend Vitar, would call upon the might and main of the thunder, he who is friend of man, and cast bless on Vitar.
Give me an Arcana roll.
That is a 13 total.
13. Nice. Vidar, please roll again. Don't
and add
don't,
a D4. You're blessed.
don't fuck it up.
It's all in the hands of the dice. So here we go.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 24 to hit this time.
Yeah. You draw your bow, and as you draw, you knock the arrow and kind of sweep that feather from the bow and draw it across the arrow and speak indeed memory into it and leash, and in that movie way where you move towards something but it moves farther from you, that weird zoom effect that happens. We see the arrow streak impossibly far, indeed, against this figure that was only but a breath before standing behind you, and you pierce it, and mist and shadow and feathers erupt, and you are sitting there on the outside of the fire. Iceland is kind of bonking, perhaps, worriedly. I don't know if owls headbutt, but in this case they do. This one does. Against you, you can see Gundar has dozed a bit in his watch, exhausted, of course, as he was. And you feel a longing, perhaps, that you haven't felt in some time. The actions, the troubled times that you currently exist in, taking up most of your functioning thought. But you feel that distance between you and your actual family, your blood family, your grandmother, your parents, whoever it was that they were. And a little bit of you feels the cold breath of the possibility of never seeing them, never being there, of dying alone on a battlefield. And it's the end of your watch.
Vidar just looks around to make sure that there's nothing approaching the camp.
Give me a perception roll.
Four.
Oh, fucking love these rolls today.
I can't stare into the camera hard enough.
I know, right? Yeah, you.
I love it.
It's
so good.
You almost like jump out of your tunic, as it were.
Ooh.
As perhaps indeed too close, you hear a cough, like an ahem.
Show yourself.
You turn,
I'll call out.
and Gunder, you are kind of startled awake as you have only but lightly dozed, as you are, of course, still on watch, but succumbing. And you turn and look, and perhaps but 5 feet from you is a woman, iron gray hair, the wear of time upon her features, as much the wear of action and battle and trial, dressed in fucking whatever amounts for armor here, leathers probably, we'll say, maybe a light chain, carrying weapons, and she says, kind of leaning a bit in towards through the fire, and she says to you, these woods are dangerous to go alone, even among friends. And I think that's where we're going to end it for today. Right there. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's done. That's today done.
Hey, there we go.
And scene.
And scene.
And cut.
And
Cool.
cut.
These fucking woods.
That's probably
Never
good.
know what
because-
I fear.
These fucking
That's
dice.
what I was about to say. It turns out Astrid is actually internally in her own inner world very well balanced, and the only thing that would really upset her would be like ducks.
I don't
I mean,
believe that.
I was
I do not believe
also,
that.
I was astonished at that when that is what, in fact, she sent me. So
That's
the
a red
questions
herring.
that I sent to each
That was
of
a
you.
red herring. Oh no, I'm fine. I'm totally stable. No,
I was like,
Very
that
well
doesn't happen in
adjusted.
D&D. That does not happen.
we'll roll with it. There'll be some mallards later, perhaps a wood duck.
I have seen her gothiness.
To be fair, jokes like this is how we ended up with a talking goat on an island of fog. So maybe we
Stop
shouldn't
it.
talk like that.
You know what we should do though? We
But
should
in
try
my
to
game,
give
it would
something
attack
away.
you.
Ooh, I
We
do like
should-
giving things away.
Yeah,
We should give something
let's
away.
do it.
Hello, everyone. we're giving away, if you don't remember, a copy of the PDF of the Svilland campaign setting core rule book by Dream
So
Realm
good.
Storytellers. It's fantastic. Lots, and by lots I mean there's like more than 20 new character options, character archetype, class archetypes, new races, 2 new classes. One is the Rune Walker, which is kind of a souped up, reworked wizard with a bunch of new stuff. Lots of new monsters, new magic items, awesome kind of Norse inspired setting lore.
So good. I've got it up on screen right now.
Which we are expounding some
Look at this.
insaneness of right here on our stream. Amazing art. I
Table of
really
contents.
like it.
There's
The
so much
folks-
good lore in here.
The art is so good.
Yeah.
Even if you don't use the lore and you just use it for like interesting class options, like it's absolutely worth it.
You
The
just
best-
want something flavored Norse mythology. It's there.
Arguably the best like feat in 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons
So
is
good.
in here.
Mm-hmm. Combat ready, it's called.
Combat
So good.
Wait, is that the salmon? No, that's not a feat. It's a spell.
No.
That's a different thing.
Right before I roll for initiative, I get a bonus action before
Yeah.
combat begins and 10 temporary hit points.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
And
it's
one
epic.
thing I will say, another thing I will say, I should say, for any designers out there who might be watching, this book does something I think that is a step above what other 5th edition books do, in that they have very specific cleric domains and paladin domains or paladin subclasses for each of the gods, which goes above and beyond as far as linking mechanics to narrative, that I think is just amazing. It's a good roadmap for any designers out there in that way. But we're going to give it away. You can enter by typing in iDrawing, just as Cardman 2467 has done. Welcome to the good times, Cardman. Hopefully, it wasn't too soggy for you out there in whichever Bay Area you exist in. Yeah. That was good. That was fun. I
I don't know how to follow that.
I like playing with Andy because
The dice hate him.
the dice hate him, and he doesn't have the ideas of these things in his head already. So he was like, "Wait, what?"
Wait, I was woefully underprepared for some of that.
That was no, it was great. It was fantastic, man. You did great.
Dude, the monsters in this are what get me really excited.
Nasty monsters,
Right up
rune
until he has to
magic,
fight 'em.
Draugr. I want to fight all of them by the time
those
this thing is
cursed
done.
warriors.
Oh, some
The
of those are
Draugr
pretty
Frostbringers
hardcore.
Isa
are
worm?
nasty.
Look at that thing.
Yeah, those.
Okay, we fought one
Terrible.
of these guys, Hell Tormentor.
Yep, you fought a tormentor. You fought a
Yeah,
hell
look at this
brute.
guy, the Brute. I mean, this is ridiculous. Let's give this thing away.
Let's do it.
Ashley, would you please give us the
Yes?
5, the 5 count, please?
Can do. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Ty Thalanos.
Yay!
Hey,
Congrats.
congratulations, our super fan. Thank you.
All right.
That's awesome. I hope you're around. Congratulations. I will send you a whisper with the link for this fantastic item.
Hell yeah.
The loot.
The
So
loot
good.
is on fire.
We
We
love
don't
free
need
stuff.
no more.
Oh my god, it's so good. And thanks to our sponsors at Dream Realm Storytellers for donating these downloads. We couldn't give these away like we do if it wasn't for them. So big shout out to them. and their brains, which created all this crazy stuff that we're
They make so
doing
much
right
crazy
now.
stuff. It's great.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, join us next week as we indeed engage in whatever the fuck happens next. Also, on Wednesday, as we engage in Michael's frozen face and the Isle of Fog.
You guys,
Oh, he's back.
we're gonna do
he's
something
back.
crazy tonight. We're gonna do something really crazy tonight with our raid. We're gonna raid Critical Role.
What?
Yep.
Let's do it.
So
What?
get ready,
Can
everybody who's
Can we
here.
do that?
We're doing it.
Probably. We're doing it.
We're gonna
Thanks for
try.
being here, everybody. We really appreciate it. Have a great night. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Chad's gonna be
Tomorrow?
running a game.
At 11
Saturday,
Central Standard Time.
Chad's gonna be
Saturday at
running a
noon.
game. I'm gonna be running a game on Saturday at 1:00. Lots of gaming happening. Please check it out. If you want to make a donation to Operation Supply Drop, check out that link right there. Let's raid. Let's raid Critical Role. Why not?
Do it.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
Do they even let that happen?
It's happening. They can't stop us, can they?
You can't stop us. Sam
Countdown is
Riegel.
on.
Yep. Get ready, everybody. Here we go.